Hope you enjoy this video because I think I have found the key to the best steak I have ever tasted coming out of the air fryer. Take a look. Alright guys, I'm back. I just got off of work. That's why I'm still wearing my work pants and my undershirt, because I want to hurry up and get this process started because I cannot wait to cook this steak tomorrow. I have been on the search for the best steak you can get out of an air fryer, and I think I've finally found the method. I've gone through a lot of trial and error that I haven't shared with you, and I've gone through a lot of trial and error that I have shared with you. But you know what? Every steak I've enjoyed. I think I finally found the solution. So I'm going to go ahead and show you from beginning to end how I get a 2-inch thick ribeye ready for cooking in the air fryer. Now first of all, how in the world am I going to fit this thing in the air fryer? It's got the big bone in it. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut the bone out early. But I don't think it makes all that much difference, because that way I can give it to my dog. Sam loves a good bone, and I finally learned that you're not supposed to give cooked bones to dogs. So if you've been watching my videos and you've done some of that, don't do that, because it makes the bone splinter and it can cause them to have stomach problems and even choke on it. So I'm telling you now, give them raw bones. They'll appreciate you for it. I'm going to take my favorite little hook-shaped knife here, which is great for getting around the edges of the bone like this, because I don't want to lose any of the fat or meat that's on this steak. I'm going to cut it as close to the bone as I can. And as I peel back the part that I've already cut, you can see I'm peeling back the side so I can cut it close to the bone here. Now Sam wouldn't mind if I left a little meat on the bone anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much if I leave some on there. And I know that a lot of folks like to keep their bones for bone broth, and that's great too. But I've just learned that I want to be able to treat my animals good, and I'm not a real big fan of making bone broth anyway. It's nice to have once in a while, but it's not something I go out of my way to get. There we go. So now we got a good 2-inch thick steak, and I'm probably just going to take this little shard of meat off here and heat it up and eat it separately. This way I got a nice thick piece. So when I put this in the air fryer, first of all, I want it to be frozen. It's going to take about 24 hours to freeze. That's one of the reasons I wanted to rush and get this done as soon as I got home from work. And another thing I've learned, especially if you're going to cook it right away, is you can freeze it naked. I'm not going to salt it ahead of time, because salt, when it's in the meat while it's frozen, will start to, the crystals will get in and suck the water out and cause it to shatter, and it's going to make for a bad piece of meat. So I'm going to stick this in the freezer just like you see here, and 24 hours from now we're going to see if we can make the best steak I've ever made. Alright, let's pull this steak out of the freezer and see what we got. So this is what it looks like coming out after sitting for 24 hours. Let's see how it cooks. Alright, this steak is 2 2/5 of an inch thick. So this is a very thick steak to be cooking in an air fryer, but I think it's going to come out just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this thing for 30 minutes at 450 degrees. It doesn't really matter if we preheat or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and start cooking it right away. Let me go ahead and get it ready for, get some salt on it here. Let's see, wax paper may not have been a good idea. I'll have to use water to get it off. Alright, after running it under some water for a little bit, I was able to get it to separate fine from the wax paper. Now I'm going to give it a nice coating of salt. Let's see, let's try, well, if we're going to make it, we're going to use our favorite salt here. My favorite salt, a Redmond cherry smoked salt. I definitely want to get some on this fat area here. There we go. I'm putting this on a stainless steel grill that's inside of here. This is going to allow it to have really good airflow while it's cooking. It also keeps it up off of that old Teflon plate that came with this thing. And 20 minutes in, my plan is I'm going to use my meter to check the temperature as we finish up cooking this steak. It should be still pretty cold on the very center, but I'm going to do my best to get this thing to cook just right. I'm looking for 120 degrees in the center of this steak. It's the hard part about any steak is to avoid overcooking it when you're trying to get a nice juicy center and a nice crispy exterior. But when you have a really thick steak like this, I think it actually gives you the best chance of getting what you're looking for. I'm not giving up on the grill, by the way. I do like the idea of the grill, and I've got some lump charcoal coming based on some recommendations you guys have mentioned. You guys be sure to let me know your thoughts, because I appreciate the things you share with me, because I share them with the rest of you guys. That way we can all make better meat. When you live a carnivore lifestyle, you want the best meat you can get. And as a group, I think we can come together and really help each other make some of the best food out there, both health-wise and taste-wise. I'm so excited about this. All right, it's been just over 20 minutes. Boy, it looks really good on the outside. Still feels quite firm though. Let's see if we can get the meter in. All right, here we go. Oh gosh, boy, it's not easy to get it in there. Got to get it in past the safety line. All right. Now let's see if we can get a connection to our meter. Set up cook, beef, steak, ribeye, 120. Start cook, start cook, start cook. 48 degrees inside the steak still. So that explains why it was difficult to get the probe in, but it's in. Alright, it's estimated cook time, and I had it out for probably a minute. So we got 20 minutes in. I'm going to set it for 20 minutes out here, and we'll see what it estimates the cook time is at. Hopefully it's less than 20 minutes, because anything over 40 minutes and we're really risking overcooking the exterior of this steak. Normally I wouldn't stand here and watch this thing like this, but I want to be able to be here right when things change on the meter and talk to you about it. Alright, well, now it's saying the estimated time is 20 minutes. There's 17 minutes left since I put it back in the air fryer, so it's already been in there 23 minutes. So I'm going to keep a close eye on the meter, and when we get to within 5 minutes of being done, we'll come back out here and keep a close eye on it. Alright, my 5-minute timer just went off. So we're at 104 degrees on the inside. Aiming for 120. Looking like we're going to be right at 42 minutes of cook time. Now it's at 2 minutes. Alright, it was 42 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and pull it out now and let it rest. And this sure does look like a steak that just came off of the grill. Go ahead and clean out the inside of this air fryer real quick. Oh wow, that was a short resting period. That didn't take very long at all. That's unusual. Alright, let's see how we did. KetoCon 2023. It's going to be in Austin, Texas, and yours truly is going to be there on the Saturday event. If I get enough people that get tickets using my code, that they will set something up for a little meet and greet type of situation for me. Check in the description for the link and the code. Not only will it help the opportunity for me to be able to talk to more of you, but you'll also save $50 on your own tickets. And look for Saturday to be the day to have a chance to get together with me. All right, let's cut right through the center and see what we got. I think we did it. Man, that looks good. This looks really good. Let's see how it tastes. Y'all, that is the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Holy mackerel, is that good. Look at that. It is beautiful. This is hands down the best steak, best anything I have ever had. And people think I'm the one missing out by not eating all the other junk food. All the years of eating hamburgers with buns and ketchup and mayonnaise and all that, eating ice cream, eating candy, cakes or pastries, all those things that I thought that were just my favorite things, brownies, whatever it was, things that taste awful to me now. This so much beats the taste of anything like that, because not only is it delicious and wonderful, but I don't have any guilt when I eat it. I know that I'm eating something that my body is going to respond to and be happy about having in it, and use all of this for nutrients. The outside is crispy and crunchy, the inside is juicy and tender. It's just like so much perfection, it's hard to even fathom. I don't deserve to eat this good. This is wonderful. All I can say is thank you, Lord, for this food. I usually love this fat part, even when it's real soft and fatty, but this looks like bacon almost. It's crispy. I don't really know what freezing it naked did or didn't do for it, but overall the whole process has proven to be a winner. I actually tried to make this steak 2 days ago, and the problem was I set it to go to 135 degrees, and it was good, but it had a very thick gray line around it. Now, a little gray in the meat's not going to kill you, but I mean, essentially it's overcooked meat. This is perfect. Some of this very tip, the point where the meat is at the very outer edge, has a little gray in it, but it is so good. That's like candy. And the smoked salt just puts the topper on it. It's disappearing too fast. Oh, it's a good thing I'm stuffed. This is the last bite. I don't want it to be over, but this is the last bite. Wow. I just got to sit and ponder that one for a little while. As Ferris Bueller said when talking about the Ferrari, if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. It is so choice. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and trying out this experiment to see if we can make the best steak ever in an air fryer. I'll have to see if I can top it in the barbecue grill. I'll be reading up on that and see what I can do, because I know some of you guys love to grill, and I'm trying to give it a try. I'm trying to get better at something that I'm not used to. It's hard to be patient when you know you can just zap it in the air fryer and get it to where you want it to be and be as delicious as that was. But if I can make one taste better than that on the grill, I'm certainly going to share it with you. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?